Hi, this is Anthony Madrigal with the Idea Center, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you an intro to using the fiber laser. The laptop to the right of the fiber laser is dedicated only to using the fiber laser. Now to turn on the fiber laser, we're going to twist the emergency button in the direction of the white arrows, and then turn the key from the off position into the on position. And at this point, the lights on the inside should turn on and you should hear a fan. Next, we need to make sure that the ventilation is turned on. To turn it on, we're going to walk over to the ventilator and make sure that this switch is flipped towards you, just like this. Now we're going to come back to the laser and find out how to focus it by using the up and the down button. Now we're going to place the material that you're going to use onto the bed of the fiber laser. You're going to use one of these anodized aluminum cards, but I'm going to place a piece of paper just for now so that the camera can actually see this red dot and the line. Now we can tell that it's focused when the red dot and the line intersect each other. To change the position of the line, we're going to press and hold either the up or the down button. And now that the line is through the dot, the laser is now focused. Next, we're going to download the files that we're going to use for this project. To do this, we're going to go to ideacentervta.com, then click on the Learning Center at the top right, scroll down and click Google Drive. Once in the Google Drive, download these files. Now the software that the fiber laser uses is called LightBurn. So we're going to open up LightBurn and then import the files by clicking File, Import, and select the files. To vectorize our image, we're going to select it, then right click, then click on Trace Image and click OK.
Hi, this is Editor Leo here. In case you're confused on what vectorization is, basically, we're just taking an image that's made up of a bunch of pixels and we're tracing a solid line around it. That's a vector line. Anyways, you can check out the video on the top right for a bit more information if you're curious. Thanks.
To resize our design, we're going to go to the top left and make sure aspect ratio is turned on by having this symbol be locked. And then click width and set it to 40 millimeters. For our purposes, we're going to set this setting on the right to fill. This tells the laser that whichever parts of the design that are colored in will be engraved. So now it's set to fill and we can tell what the engraved design will look like. We can also set the fill to line. What this will do is it will create a very thin line engraving rather than filling in larger areas. But we're going to set it to fill. Now we're going to apply our laser settings. The speed will be 1200 millimeters per second. The power will be 60%. The frequency is 20 kilohertz. And the interval will be 0.02 millimeters. If you've used our CO2 laser before, you'll notice that the fiber laser has an additional setting that the CO2 laser does not, which is frequency. And now that our settings are applied, we're going to click Start. Now this pop-up will appear, and if you look back at the bed of the laser, you'll notice that while this pop-up is open, there are more red lines and the red dot has disappeared.
Hello, this is Editor Leo again. I'm here to remind you that by clicking Start, you're opening the live framing window. Do not click this second Start button that is inside this window. It'll start the job right away whether or not the hood is closed, and that is really, really dangerous. So please only access it once so you can get to the live framing window and set your bounds. Thanks.
If you click Bounds, this will create a red rectangle that surrounds the physical job area. Clicking Hole creates a rubber band type boundary around the job area, and Contour will trace the actual area of the job. If you need to change where your design is physically, you can close this pop-up window and move your object, or in this case, it's going to be our card, and then click Start again to trace it out. And once your design is in the right spot, we're going to move on to running the machine. But before we do that, we're going to go over safety. First, make sure that the hood is closed while the machine is running and leave it closed for a few seconds after your design is done. In the rare case of a fire, there is a fire extinguisher at the front of the space. If your material is not metal, make sure you double check with the staff member to make sure that your material is safe to use. There is an emergency stop button on the right side. And finally, do not leave the fiber laser running without being near it. So working at any of these tables while it's running is okay, just as long as it's in view. Now that we've gone over safety, we can finally close the hood and click start. Now this is what you should have ended up with. To turn off the machine, we're going to turn the key to the off position and press the emergency stop button. And if the other lasers are not being used, then turn off the ventilation by flipping the switch to the neutral position. This is the end of the intro to fiber laser video. If you have any questions while going through the process, make sure you ask a staff member, and thank you for watching.